today with, wow, that is loud, with Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Unfortunately, yesterday, if you were here or you just happened to watch my video after the fact, Final Fantasy VII Remake, all of Chapter 18 is a blocked scene. Which, frankly, after I got off of here last night, made me quite angry. So, yeah. So, we're just gonna continue on with Final Fantasy XII now. As I said yesterday, as soon as I am able, I will be streaming the last chapter of 7 Remake. Oop, that's not what I wanted. I can't tell the difference. Also, if you are joining... Let's just go with the reorchestrated. Oh, there we go, begin the game. Okay. I like my vibration function on and my subtitles, so... You know. Speed mode multiplier. I think I can change that later. Just a heads up for Zodiac Age, I do use the speed multiplier in battle because otherwise grinding takes way too long. I'm gonna try not to have a whole lot of grinding in the videos themselves. I'll try to do that on my own. So let's do this. Also, if you are joining from Twitter or Facebook or wherever else, I have shared a link to this garbage that I do. Welcome, thank you. Please avoid posting my name, thank you. Here we go. Vieira. Are you guys aware that there are also male Vieira? I was not until probably about a year and a half ago. Ah! The babes. They are babes, aren't they? Oh! The way he looks at her, I'm dead. I need a guy that looks at me that way. Yes, please.
In the name of the Father, and in the presence of these holy relics, I hereby pronounce you man and wife from this time forth.
I'm crying.
May the blessings of the gods light your path for all eternity. Far on.
The one thing I would change about this game is that they maybe go deeper into the, not the lore, but into, the customs of Ivalice, for instance. Marriage, you know, explaining things like marriage and,
If following this, Arcadia should launch an attack by both land and air, our kingdom will stand little...
Her dad's so old.
Nabudis has fallen.
Impossible!
My father?
Baby.
I know not. I am sorry.
If Nabudis has indeed fallen, it is only a matter of time before they reach the borders of Dalmasca. There is nothing to halt their advance.
Secure Nalbina with all haste.
I will go.
And I will go at his side.
This whole game just gives me chills. Gosh.
Galtea stand watch over your life.
See, for instance, who the hell is Galtea?
That I be considered worthy.
Existence of Final Fantasy XI, you know, because it was a horrible MMO on like PlayStation 2. I feel like 12 is one of the most impressive games of the Final Fantasy franchise. Just looking at the difference in character models, renders, even music from the time of Final Fantasy X to Final Fantasy XII. It's just mind-blowing. I remember I got this game for Christmas, what was it, like 2008? 2007, 2008?
The fortress is lost! We must withdraw! No! The paling still stands!
I'm not gonna lie, I still have the original. And my really horrible PlayStation 2. Bless. It put up with so much abuse.
The paling's fallen! Then it's over! For my father. For my father! Lord Rasler!
Can we be honest about that armor, though? Bad idea. Like, yeah, okay, we're gonna make you this really amazing armor, but for decorative purposes, we're gonna have the entire hollow of your throat accessible. So, good luck out there. Okay. Yeah, he's dead. Frankly, I'd be surprised if he hadn't died. So.
Blessings of the Great Father descend, and guide your bodies return to the earth. Great Father, guide your spirits return to the Mother of all. There you shall find peace. Pharaoh.
See, I want to know what the origins of their prayers are and stuff, but they never tell you that in this game at all. Is that like the Final Fantasy Ultimania book, or what? I don't know. Someone tell me, I've never been able to find it.
The death of Lord Rasla Heos Nabradia was but one of many tragedies to befall the Kingdom of Dalmasca. The air of hope that had surrounded Her Royal Highness Princess Asha's wedding was now quite lost. Dalmasca had been set adrift at the mercy of history's restless tides. At this time, two great empires struggled for dominion over Ivalice: Arcadia in the east, Rosaria the west. The invasion of the Kingdom of Nabradia was Arcadia's first step in its westward march. With Lord Rossla's beloved homeland consumed by the hellfires of war, it seemed clear that Arcadia would soon mete out a like fate to Dalmasca. The fall of the fortress at Nalbina told the destruction of the greater part of Dalmasca's forces. A counterattack was mounted by the order of the Knights of Dalmasca, ever brave and faithful. But against the martial might of the Arcadian armies, they stood little chance of victory. Indeed, their defeat was to be absolute. Soon thereafter, Arcadia came forward, offering terms of peace, or, as one might rather put it, terms of Dalmasca's surrender. Lord Romanos, King of Dalmasca, and my dear friend, had no choice but to accept these terms. It was, thus, only with reluctance that he set out for Nalbina Fortress, now under Arcadian occupation, to affix his seal to the Emperor's Treaty of Peace. The king had scarce departed his royal city of Rabanasta when the remnants of the Order made their return, and not a moment too soon, for a terrible revelation awaited them. The treaty would be signed with steel and writ in royal blood.
Okay, so I think it goes without saying that I'm much better with this game at not talking while characters are narrating.
You there? Can you hear me?
Yes.
It's as I feared. They're slowing us down.
Do not say that. Not all of us are here for love of battle. He fights to defend his homeland. Your name?
Rex, sir. My name's Rex.
Good. Rex. You bore a few cuts, but you are still whole. Well, can you stand?
Kiddo had the crap kicked out of him.
Think you can fight?
I'm fine, sir.
How old are you, Rex?
17, sir.
Baby!
Young. Family?
My brother is all I have left, sir. He's 2 years younger than I, living in Rabanaster.
Babies!
So young. You're barely old enough to be a man. You shouldn't be forced to wield a sword.
No, sir. I want to fight. For my homeland. And for my parents.
It's time, Bosch. Save the discussion for later. We must reach the king before they act, or all our efforts will be in vain.
I'm aware of the situation.
We found them! Over there!
Yay!
Bossler, go ahead. I will handle this rabble.
Godspeed.
That is a tiny sword. Not great.
Steady, Rex. Keep your wits about you and you'll make it.
Kiddo's armor ain't great
We
either.
move.
Okay, so as always, this is the stupid tutorial part of the game. I don't really know what the point is. It should be optional, but you know, it's not. Now, when the game was first released, there was the the Thieves' Den, which was, well, that's pause. Oh, I can't go into the menu right now. There was the Thieves' Den, which you completed certain, you met certain criteria in the game, and then you got like little creatures and figures and stuff in there. Well, that was, it's still there, but it's been updated to also be the trophy system. There will be no trophies because I have almost all of them. So, I'm not even paying any attention to what this guy is saying. They're not relevant to the story, so I'm just going through here. So, apparently, by doing this small yet irritating tutorial part of the game, you can earn trophies pretty early. So, you know, you attack like 300 times or something and you get a trophy. So if you play and that's something you want to do, there you go. And if you didn't know, hey, I hope you learned a thing. I like learning things. Yeah, okay, party menu, blah blah blah. And now we fight a dude. Yep, target lines. I mean, I've been through all of this crap before, so I'm not even super concerned with it. The one thing that I would change about this game, okay, two things actually, would be the battle system, which isn't horrible. I'm not, you know, I don't hate the battle system. So here we have all of Rex's stats. Like I said, I don't hate the battle system. But if there's one big thing, there's one thing I would absolutely change, it would be traveling around the world. Why not go to Rosaria? It's like the one place you don't get to go.
Captain?
Hello? Is an alien? It's not really. Bazoo. If I haven't mentioned before, it kind of goes without saying that... Oh, I don't have auto movement here. Okay, it kind of goes... I guess it kind of goes without saying, if I haven't already mentioned it before. It's not like my videos or my channel are like, you know, rated M for mature or anything, but... I have a swearing problem. So, just a small heads up there. Which reminds me, I should go back and kind of edit my audience here on the link that I posted. Actually, I think I want this. Oh, we actually have a guy that's already healing us, so that's nice. Okay. Oh, see, that wasn't too bad. Oh, why do I...
This is Sunbury. My engines are hit. She'll not hold much longer.
We receive you, Tomberry. You've leave to retire. Well fought.
My thanks, Antlion. Sunbury disengaging.
I keep wanting to call that attack a limit break. I'm not positive if that's right. I've been playing so many different Final Fantasy games lately. Been playing mobile as well. I keep forgetting I don't have I don't have automatic movement this early in the game. So yes, like I was saying, I'd rather, if they added if anything major was changed in the game, I'd really like to be able to visit Rosaria, but that's not a thing. Oh, yeah, we know about the mini-map and the location map. Okay, so basically with what's going to happen here, I'm just going to kind of blow through this. There's really... Oh, excuse me. There's really no point in sticking around here longer.
Where are you?
Longer than necessary.
What if Captain Ozilus has fallen?
Don't talk such nonsense. Vossler's laughed in the face of death far too many times for him to stop now. Men like him don't die in places like this. We must make haste to reach the king. We will take him to safety.
Is His Majesty unharmed?
He'll agree to an unconditional surrender. They wouldn't dare touch him until the wax on his seal is dry.
But if we arrive after he signed the treaty...
Wait. Quickly, Rex.
Yeah, now it occurs to you that things are not as they seem. Okay, so I'm kind of glad I paid attention there. R2 is run. It's been quite a while, and then I think... Oh, that's the mini-map. Okay, so R2 is escape, and L1 is the speed multiplier, which I will be using, again, a lot. Oh, I thought that was a casket or something. Save here. Now, the one problem with saving in this game is that it doesn't actually show you a save file number, so I have to just figure it out. Come on, save faster, please. Also, it doesn't show you that I am saving. I'm gonna try really hard to not be saving over. Okay, so our file would be 1, 2. Ours is number 3. For the purpose of this stream, our file is number 3. And now everything is back the way it should be. Why can't it just... never mind. I'm complaining about stupid things. There's no point. Also, if there's a lot of silence, it's because my allergies are being super nice today and killing me. You can probably hear it.
Intruders! Don't let them escape!
Sir, we have little time. You must go to the king. I'll handle these.
In which Sasuke became noble.
Fight well.
Just kidding. But also not.
Yeah.
Are you kidding? You blocked it twice now, bro? There, now you're dead. Okay. I don't think there are going to be any more enemies. Now it's just one big cutscene, and then we get to, the present, I guess.
Your Majesty. Captain, why? Our king, what have you done?
The king intended all along to sell Damaska to the Empire. His Majesty was a traitor.
Captain,
Seize the insurgent.
Hello!
Well, so much for peaceful negotiations.
We'll never surrender to you. We are not cattle to be sold by a traitor king.
But the war is over, my dear Captain. You have lost. Dalmasca is the property of the Empire now. And think, we intended to let you keep some of your sovereignty, out of respect. But now you've gone and ruined that. Haven't you, Captain?
We will never bow to you.
And the people of Dalmasca will hate you for it. Take the Captain away.
Off you go.
Vaughn.
Pretenses of peace left by the wayside, the Arcadian forces resumed their advance toward Rabanasta. Dalmasca's doom had been decided. To make resistance would serve no end. With this foremost in my thoughts, I to the people of Dalmasca. Sons and daughters of Dalmasca, I bid you lay down your arms. Raise songs of prayer in their stead. Prayer for His Majesty King Raminas, ever merciful, a man devoted wholly to peace. Prayer, too, for the noble Princess Ash, who, wrought with grief at her kingdom's defeat, has taken her own life. Know also that Captain Bosch von Ronsenberg, for incitement of sedition and the assassination of His Royal Majesty King Raminas, has been found guilty of high treason and put to his death. They who at this late hour choose still the sword are cut of the same cloth as the captain. Traitors who would lead Dalmasca to her ruin. Dalmasca's surrender without terms was soon to follow.
Okay, so this whole thing starts out with a war. A war that, really, nobody caught in the middle of it, i.e. Nalbina and Dalmasca, want to happen. Or Nabradia, whatever. But do they get a choice? No. Because people are selfish and mean.
Vaughn! Hurry it up or they'll find us!
I know. Just a little more. You keep an eye out for me up there, Kites. 1, 2, 3 more. All right. Time to clean house.
Okay, so one of the big differences in Zodiac Age as compared to 12 itself is there are now class systems, like, job classes, that's what I meant. There are job classes. If there's one thing I always do, it's that Balthier will be the same thing every time I play. He will always have access to guns and spears. Not poles, spears. So think like the Zodiac spear, which is obnoxious to get.
Wow, Vaughn! You got them all yourself? Guess I know who to call when something big comes along.
Hey, it's good practice for the desert. I'm ready for anything now. That's enough for today. You should get back to Miguel's place, Kites. Aren't you running errands for him?
Oops, totally forgot. You should come, Vaughn. He's busy today. Might have some work for you to do, too.
I've got other, work to do. Hey,
work.
Lock this place up for me, will you? If Miguel finds out we've been down here, he'll tan our hides.
So there's a lot of sewer travel in this game, both as part of the story and as optional side quests. So there will be a lot of sewer jokes. Not necessarily dirty humor, but like, I'm gonna make cracks about the sewer. A lot. Just so you know.
Huh? What'd you say?
Sir, you haven't paid, and What? Haven't paid? On second thought, please, sir, take it. It's a gift.
Leave the poor sod be. We don't want trouble today.
Your luck, peddler.
Oops, sorry.
Watch where you're going, churl. What? My pouch! It's gone! The boy! Get out the way! Oh!
Yes, tell the giant creature to get out of your way, because that will go over so well. It's not like it's going to pound you into dust.
What? Hey, that's mine.
What do you mean, yours? You've been stealing again. What happens if they catch you? We need you to be there for us, Vaughn. You're no good to anyone if you're locked away in a dungeon.
Oh, what? Am I the leader now? We're orphans. The first thing you learn is you gotta watch out for yourself. Come on, Pinello. You know it as well as I do. Hey, you give that back. What do you think you're doing?
I thought that this money was the people of Dalmasca's property. The Imperials stole it from us, so it's only fair that we take it back. It's our duty as Dalmascans. Well, wasn't that what you said?
Yeah, but I never said anything about taking it back from me.
This is for that bread you took the other day. Just because I help Miguelo out every now and then, it doesn't mean that you get to eat for free too, you know.
I know that. You think I like living like this? One of these days, I'll fly an airship of my own. I'll be a sky pirate, free to go where I will.
Well, be careful. You'll never fly anything if you're rotting in a dungeon.
She's not wrong.
Oh, Miguelo had some errands that need doing. He wanted you to drop by his place. It might be a good idea to lend a hand.
Ah, yes. The beloved map. Okay. Is that it? Okay. Now we have full control of Vaughn. Okay, everything, we basically have everything that we can use. So this is currently our world map. 3 whole places. Okay. Oh, goodness. Excuse me, I'm gonna sneeze again. Okay. So I already mentioned there is a plethora of side quests, and when I say plethora, I do mean there's a buttload of side quests. Oh my goodness. Whew. Oh heck, come on, allergies, really?
Ah, Vaughn, I was waiting.
Pinello said you needed something?
Had me some packages supposed to be arriving by courier. In the morning, perhaps he ran into some trouble out in the desert. Now I've no foodstuffs to prepare for the banquet tonight.
So you want me to find this courier? Hey, no problem.
No problem. The desert teems with trouble. I'd be sending you to early grave, my boy. No, I've arranged for some replacement goods from Tomage over at the Sand Sea.
So you want me to go to the tavern to pick him up?
Actually, I asked Kites to do that. Wouldn't you know he's gone missing on me, too? I can't leave my shop, and I've Pinello on another chore at the moment, you see. What I want you to do is run over to the Sand Sea and fetch Kites back. What do you say?
Sounds wild.
It's easy work, and you'll thank me for it someday.
Okay, so, funny tidbit. In this game, there, at least in, let's see, in Rabanastre, and I think the Imperial capital of Arcades, maybe one more place, I'm not positive, there are these Muggles that hang around outside of certain, establishments Is there one out here? Not yet. Okay, but there's usually a Moogle that hangs around about right here with a big crystal. And the crystal, if you've visited different locales in the city, you can speak to the Moogle and use that crystal to teleport. Well, this bar here is called the Sandsea. I don't know if that's actually legible. No, not really. Okay, but this bar is called the Sandsea. Well, there's a piece of the desert later in the game also called the Sandsea. So for a very long time as a kid, while I was playing this, I would refuse to teleport to the Sandsea, which is this bar, on the off chance that I would actually get teleported out into the desert. Didn't really think that through. Then I accidentally did it, and it turned out I was fine. Go figure. Stupid childhood mistakes. It's fine.
There you are, Kites. Stop loafing around.
Look, Vaughn, look! This is it! This is why Miguelo's courier didn't get here on time.
A creature spotted in the Ester Sand. What is that thing?
A tomato.
Ah, Vaughn! Miguelo sent you too, did he? He's a busy man these days, that Miguelo, if I dare say so myself. I don't envy him the work, though. Not a bit. Quite the affair throwing a banquet to welcome the Imperials, eh?
Welcoming? We should be... whatever. Say, Tomaj, what's this?
Ah, don't remind me. Got some nastiness out there in the Ester Sand. What's stopping our couriers? And that means shortages all around. Thought I'd put up a bill, offer a reward to anyone who can knock that nasty back in its place.
Now that's work. Sounds 10 times better than running errands for Miguelo.
That's right. Vaughn, you should give it a shot.
And you should be getting back to Miguelo. Now, Kites. He was waiting for you.
Oh, right.
Okay, here we go with another small tutorial. Ah, the tomato. No, I've got it. I got a book. And an item. Okay, so this is where, what do you call it? God, what was it? Job classes, there we go, come into play. So based on what classification you decide for each character, total of 6 characters, 12 different designations. I don't want to repeat the tutorial message. Okay, so you can see his license board is completely blank. Now, I have to choose a board in order to obtain any licenses. 12, like I said, 6 characters, 2 for each character. I can't change... Oh. I can change... Once you enter the clan hall, you can change boards? Okay, let's see here. So... I typically reserve the Ulan and the... Machinist. I think that's right. Machinist. Shut up, it's fine. I usually reserve these 2 for Balthier. Maces. I don't remember who I used for that. I'm thinking I might wait on that. I do like Foe Breaker for Vaughn. So Shikari I typically save for Penelo. So I try to even out the close range and long range abilities. So I try to give each character at least one of each. Let's see here. Axes and hammers. I don't know if I want to do Foe Breaker for Vaughn or if I want to give him Make him a knight. Either way, I can wield shields. So Foebreaker is axes, hammers, and shields. Knight is swords and shields. I think I am gonna go Foebreaker though. So there's that. We now have a license board, and it kind of gives us a preview of what it looks like. Whereas in the original Final Fantasy XII, there were like 400 or 500 different tiles, and all the boards were exactly the same. There we go. In this case, they are each based on a Zodiac sign. And if you ask me which one this is, I have no idea. Because I am not that person. I don't know. At least I think they're each based on a Zodiac sign. They appear to be. That one looks like a fish. So, okay. Whoop, there we go. Heavy armor, axes and hammers. So let's just equip our cute little armlet thing. So right now we have access to, of course, attack and items, which is our default. And now this nice little armlet that Tomaj has given us. And I can tell right now I am sounding really stuffy, so I'm going to take a moment and sneeze again. Please excuse me. Additionally, this notice board, it lists our Rogue Tomato hunt as accepted. Many quests in this game will in fact be listed on our notice boards. There are several throughout the game and in different places. Once you get to a specific point in the game, they will all be... You'll have all of... for flip's sake. All of the quests on the notice boards will be the same. So you won't have to travel from one place to another just to have access to them. I have like no money, which is craptastic. What level am I? Ha! 1. Okay. I end up adding additional characters to my party through the story. I try to get Vaughn to at least level 10. Now, let's see here. We're gonna talk to this guy. Yes. Yes. So he says don't go selling it. I do it anyway because selling the small package just gets me a little bit of extra gil early in the game. And you don't actually get anything for giving it to the guy. He asks you to. So, whoops. I used to feel guilty about that. I no longer care. Let's see here. We don't want to sell all my potions. So, we have a dagger presently. Hopefully, once we get out into the desert, we can find a shield. There is at least one cask, or casket, I don't know what you call it, chest, whatever the hell it is, that has a shield in it, but the odds are not always great. So may the odds be ever in our favor. So let's go to the... What do you have to say? Okay, great, don't care. I thought maybe I did, I was incorrect. Won't be the first time!
You there, let's see some papers, boy. No public passage on account of the Lord Consul's parade.
Oh, gee, that's too bad. You see, it just so happens that your provisioner for the fete tonight, he sent me to pick up a few choice morsels for the, Consul's dining pleasure. He wants them quick. I got the writ of transit right here. You see? Signed, Magello. I just hate to see the Consul upset because his food wasn't ready on time. And I sure hate to see him take it out on you.
The Lord Consul is a great man, and not one to take offense in such trifling matters.
I don't know, I'd be mad if I didn't get my food.
on, boy. Wouldn't do to keep the console lighting. Right. Gates are closed after this.
So you say. Ah, yes. Another crystal. Oh, additionally, there are enemies in the game that like to mimic crystals. So we'll save this real fast, or as fast as my system will allow. I've been informed, I actually think I have it downloaded on my computer, that there is a program called Streamlabs OBS. Eventually I will be going through and slapping like an image or a please wait or something on, excuse me, those little segments in my videos where we have to wait for things to load or where there's just audio only. So it'll be less, I think it'll flow a little bit better and it will be less irritating. We are not fighting that thing, by the way. Okay, here we are in the Ester Sand. You can see the city back there. Woo! Alright. Now, what I like to do is go after these things first. And I am going to use the... I'm definitely going to use this, the speed boost. Let's get rid of this first. One thing I don't always use, or at least use well, would be what's called the Gambit system. It's kind of like it's a series of auto commands that you can set. So if an enemy, for instance, has been scanned and it has a weakness to fire, you can program your characters to just exploit that fire weakness without having to, you know, select commands and such. I don't always do that. I tend to do that more with like healing items and then just choose my attacks myself. So you can see the tomato over there, but since we're level 1, I'm not going to bother it right now. We're just going to go after these. We can actually build up a nice chain out here. Nice, level 2. We can build up a pretty decent chain. And the longer your chain is, the more items your enemies will drop. You'll get health and MP bonuses and restoration, which is so helpful. Also, you can get trophies for building up a long enough chain. I think the max chain, the largest chain I think I've ever done is like a 99. You can get a trophy for doing like a chain of 50 enemies or more. They have to be the same classification. So like if you had wolves and hyenas, they count as the same classification. Enemies with their health bar in red are hostile and will attack on sight. Those that are green, you have to attack them first, or otherwise irritate them, and then they will fight you. So we're not touching the dinosaur right now. I mistakenly thought we were Vaughn's brother for a minute, and that we had Cure, but we do not. So I try to collect all of these every time they appear, because this early in the game, everything, any item you can get is helpful. If not now, then later. Let's see, come on. There we go, see? And I restored 3 HP. I'm not gonna attack those will break my chain. Got an extra potion, yes! Now, I hear a lot, or rather, I've heard a lot in the past, and I still see it a lot online in Final Fantasy communities, that the most aggravating protagonist is Titus from Final Fantasy X. And yes, I call him Titus. James Arnold Taylor can eat it. I don't call him Titus. Screw that logic. I've also seen people compare Titus and Vaughn, and I don't really see a lot of the comparison. Whereas Titus kind of just expects everybody to take care of him, Vaughn actually wants to take care of himself and do things for the people he cares about. Titus only cares about Yuna, and that kind of pissed me off. So, in my opinion, Vaughn is the better choice. Just saying. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's see here. Need some more wolves, please. I think we may be out of wolves. Just kidding. Found one. These are really the easiest things in the game to kill. I mean, besides the rabbits. They look like cotton balls with ears, so... I wasn't actually gonna do this until later today, but I had a... Oh, yep, you see that? So, some enemies have the ability to cannibalize or eat other enemies, and their level increases when they do so. So that's what we just saw. Let's see here. I was looking through some of my other videos, and I realized that I didn't finish streaming The Last of Us last year. I will, but going through those videos, I realized I have about 2 or 3 of them that are only like 20 minutes long. And I don't know why, because originally when I played, they were like an hour and a half, 2 hours, so I don't know what happened. I guess I'm just gonna have to redo the whole thing, which is fine. The new game is coming out shortly. Actually, I think in a couple days. So, I can do that. I'm thinking I also, once I'm finished with this, I want to try and stream Dishonored. I never actually finished that when it was released on PlayStation 3. I think I got about halfway through, and I freaked out, so I did finish it. I was not stealthy enough, so everything got really hard, and I got killed a lot. Hopefully, I've gotten better. We'll find out. So as the game progresses, naturally leveling becomes a lot easier and less tedious. Right now, it's not a huge deal to go around with, you know, double speed and chase enemies down. Once you get 2 and 3 characters in your party, and you've got all that movement on the screen, yeah, it can get a little disorienting, so I try to avoid that. Come on. I really want to get him another weapon, but at this point, I don't think it's gonna happen. Let me see here. I have, like, no gil. It's really funny how early in the game you get like 1200 gil or something and you think you're just rich. Well, later on you've got 1200 gil and you can't buy a damn thing. So that's always fun. Really hoping these little jerks will drop cactus fruit because those are worth something. Oh, there we go. All I had to do was talk about cactus fruit and I got one. Okay. Oh, stay away from that. Okay. Fortunately, it's not going to just attack me willy-nilly. Thank you. So, at this point in the game, with it being pretty early on, there's really not a whole lot of choice but to grind. Later on, however, it becomes easier because enemies are stronger, your resistances and weapons are much better, and you have multiple characters gaining experience at the same time as opposed to just the one. And with 3 people taking out one enemy, or being able to split up and take out 3 different enemies, yeah, the points come a lot faster. What are we now? What level are we now? Level 4. Ooh, my defense is still crap. Still don't have a whole lot of good... Okay, so I've got 45 points. So the clan primer, if you kill enough enemies, you can get, like, you can of course have the enemy observations and then additional information. For instance, this one tells you that if you use, basically if you end up using an ability like poach or steal, you can actually collect something called a bundle of needles. So, and different enemies have different rare items, which is nice. I don't give a crap about the Traveler's Tips. I never do. I never have. I don't care about reading them. I just play and figure it out. So. Additionally, you can cause enemies to respawn. Not just by running around the area, but you can move to another area and then a second one beyond that, and it will actually make all of the enemies in the first area you visited respawn. So there's a 2-area difference to respawn everything. Chests, of course, won't respawn until you've at least left the area and come back. So there's that. See, there should be... I thought there was one. Aha! Of course, the gambit system, I don't think it shows up until we get a second character, or at least a second temporary character. And then, because you're managing 2 characters instead of the 1, things... using the gambit system makes things a little bit easier. So, out here, I mean, it's not a whole lot of money, but there's a few gil buried because some dude's chocobo decided to take all of the money he made from sales and bury it. So, we find it, we keep it. Here we go. Come on, there we go. I don't quite remember what a firefly does. Oh. Oh, that's what. Well, that is not happening because I'm not going through this game at level 4. That's absolutely impossible. So forget that noise. In one of these huts, you could also rest. It costs some gil. It's easier to just go back to the save crystal and touch it to restore health. My nose is driving me absolutely crazy. Oh, it did drop something. There's also a chance, I'm thinking now, I may do 2 different game streams at once, but that's probably not a great idea, because that's what I tried when I was doing, I think that's what happened with The Last of Us. I was trying to play a second game at the same time. Not necessarily a stream, but it didn't go well at all, because that's what it was. I was doing The Last of Us and the Kingdom Hearts series, which did not end up great. Again, I do have a bunch of Kingdom Hearts videos that I ended up making off of my Twitch channel that I do not know how to use anymore, and I will not pay exorbitant amounts of money for a month. Sorry, Twitch. I've got too many monthly subscriptions as is. So I ended up downloading those videos, and now I just need to figure out how to get them to upload on YouTube. They're listed on my account, but something happened where they won't actually finish uploading and play, which is great, right? Now, there's going to be a little bit of radio silence for a minute, because my nose is absolutely killing me, and I'm going to try taking some Benadryl or something. So, bear with me just a minute, maybe like 5 minutes. Alright, I guess we can try finding this now.
Yeah.
That was a lot easier than I remember, honestly.
Galbana lilies? Never thought I'd see him growing out here. Ugh. This'll make a nice souvenir. Time to call it a day.
Now, we will... I'm not sure if it's... well, it's certainly not now. But a little later, we will be clued in as to the significance of the lilies. So... Another quick save. Okay. Oops. I always do that. Okay, so we got enough. We had enough points for a health increase and a weapon upgrade. We just gotta find the weapon. Ah, here we go. So, Kite's opened his big mouth, and apparently that freaked out Pinello, so they both came to find Vaughn. And now he can't get back inside. Nice.
Stand back there. Back! This gate's closed until the ceremony's over, do you hear?
Now what? Huh?
Open the gate! Alright, out the way.
Wait a second. How come you let these chocobos through the gate and not us?
What of it? This here's a pedigreed parader, boy. Cost tens of thousands of gil, this one did. A prettier price than 100 of you provincials would fetch. Keep your distance. We don't want the chocobos sticking a peasant.
What'd you say?
Step aside! Right then, move them in.
Well... that does it.
Oh, a fine chocobo you have there. Yes, cedar down stock if I'm not mistaken. Change the soil, change the chocobo, am I right? Yes, different soil means different bouquet, too. Take a Dalmascan Moreau's wine, It may lack the flavor and depth of some of your Arcadian wines, but it has a certain strength of character. It's not bad, really, once you get used to it. Care for some, sirs? There's more than enough for all to cool their throats, of course.
You let these carts through and closest gate is ordered. My mail's choked with this sand.
Don't give me a scare like that. You're lucky that ended where it did.
Right. Now's our chance to go through.
The ceremony will be starting soon. I'd best be hurrying.
Okay, well... Vaughn, wait! What is it? Vaughn!
Yeah, he's not a great listener. You kind of figure that out right away.
We will have order. I give you your new consul, His Imperial Highness Lord Vane Solidor, Commandant of the Arcadian Empire's Western Arm... Your Excellency.
People of Rabanastre, is it with hatred you look upon your consul? With hatred you look upon the Empire?
Spit on your empire! Go back to Arcadia!
There was little point in asking. But know this, I harbor no idle hopes of frustrating that hatred. Nor shall I ask your fealty. That is the due of your fallen king, and rightly so. King Ramanas loved his people, strove to bring you peace. His was a rule worthy of your devotion. Even now, he remains among you, protecting you. His ardor for the peace and weal of Dalmasca falters not. I would ask only that you do your king honor. Together let us embrace the peace His Majesty would surely desire. 2 years now divide us from war's bitter end, yet still its shadow looms over all, stifling the infant peace a pall only you may cast off. Achieve but this one thing, and your hatred of me and of the Empire will grieve me not. I will stand fast. I will endure your hatred, suffer your slings and arrows. I will defend Dalmasca. Here I will pay my debt. I swear it now. Though King Ramanas and Lady Ash be gone, they stand ever at the side of their people. In honoring peace, you do honor to their memory and to Dalmasca. What I ask plain. My hopes now rest with you.
Well, he's certainly a politician, isn't he? He's got this whole kissing up to the people thing down pat, so...
Is Rabanastre to your liking, my lord?
It is magnificent. Take this cathedral, for instance. Elegant, yet whimsical in its execution. A stunning example of Galtean architecture. I hope Lord Gramus might one day look upon it himself.
Oh, remember the last one? You're all like this.
The patron of this evening's banquet, may it please your excellency.
I am Miguel, your highness. It is truly a profound honor to make the acquaintance of our future emperor, highness. The people of Rabanastre join me in welcoming you.
That's enough of highness. Though indeed I am our emperor's son, I am no prince. Arcadia's emperor is freely chosen by her people. I am but an elected official and nothing more.
I meant no disrespect.
Now that I think on it, I would not have you address me as Lord Consul, for that matter.
No?
Henceforth, I am a citizen of Rabanastre. Why don't you call me Vane?
I could not. That would not be right.
You are overly fond of formalities. I've just the remedy for that. Tonight you will join me, and we shall drink until you call me by name.
How can he stand to bow to him like that?
Vaughn, you just do not get it, do you? He's not doing it because he wants to. You know what would happen if he didn't.
I know, it's just...
So, what would you do different?
I don't know. Well... I'd do something.
Yeah, probably something stupid.
Vaughn. Vaughn! You haven't heard a single word I've said, have you? This place has changed so much. It's like it's not even Rabanastre anymore. Like the Empire is swallowing it whole.
Hey, Penelo, that fete tonight. You think they'll let us in?
Are you crazy? It's in the palace, and we don't have an invitation if you hadn't noticed.
So, how are we getting in?
As if I'd know. Why not ask Magello to get you in? Or go see old Dallin in Lowtown? Why the sudden interest, Vaughn?
I told you, I'm going to take back what's ours. Give back to Dalmasca. Come on, what do you think? If I find something, and it fetches a good price, how about I buy you all dinner?
Oh, please. You know as well as I do the first thing you'd buy is an airship. All hail Vaughn, sky part of Dalmasca. It's got a nice ring to it. Stay out of trouble.
An airship. I don't know. Maybe. But not through Magello. Time to pay old Dallin a visit.
Oh, here comes trouble. You can tell just by looking at them, they're trouble. And now, instead of dissuading Vaughn from doing anything stupid, Penelo ended up encouraging him, which I'm sure was not her intention at all. Let's see, do we have any... Nope, we still just have the dagger and... Let's see here. So, Lowtown is to Rabanastre as the sector slums are to Midgar. So... let's see if that... Oh, there's still no Moogle. That's okay. So... oh, let's talk to Tomaj. And there should be... That's not him. There he is. There should be a reward. Yes! Okay, so a teleport stone can be used, of course, to teleport. The difference being it's not within the city, it's from, like, one city to another city, so that you don't have to travel all that way on foot. We can also now go and visit... Oh, look. We can now also go and visit the, clan hall. So, Tomaj gave us a clan primer, which, if we show it to a Banga on the west side, we can get into the clan hall. So, a Banga, in case you didn't know, is one of these canine lizard things. And I guess in the world of Ivalice, Final Fantasy XII, calling them lizard is considered a slur. So, don't do that. Don't piss off the Banga dog. Everybody knows Moogles. Oh, here's this dude. This is the guy that posted that quest on the board that we just looked at. So he's been having some issues. His caravans have been attacked by this Thextera. So we'll say yes. We can either take it on ourselves, or we can wait. We can go visit old Dallin in Lowtown, and then get a second character. I prefer to have a second party member at my disposal. That way there's always somebody to provide heals and restoratives if I need them. Let's see, I think... Oh, that's the shield. Actually, we might want a shield. So let's go in here. Okay. Let's buy... Oh, it doesn't look like I can equip any of this. So if he lights up... Okay. If he lights up while we're looking at our... Whichever character lights up while we're looking at weapons and armor, that's a character that has the appropriate license to use that item. Let's see, maybe we can buy an axe instead. Let me see here. Aha! A hand axe. It'll give us +3. We can't currently get into the bazaar. So the bazaar is... We collect items from... Let me see here. We'll collect items, so loot and things, from enemies. And if you sell a specific number of, you know, something at a specific... So if you... Let's say we sold like 3 wolf pelts, a windstone, and 2 firestones. Maybe we get, you know, a potion pack or something. You don't have to sell it all at once in order to get the bazaar item. Is just as long as you end up selling it, the game keeps track of your tally, which is really helpful. So we've picked up the Thextera hunt. We've been tasked with going to see Old Dallin. We have access to the clan hall once we speak to the Bonga guard outside the door, which is this guy. Yes, so we're gonna go in and talk to the clan... Is he the clan head or the clan master? I'm not sure. But there he is. He's adorable. Yes, he is a Moogle. Yes, he looks like a rabbit. He's adorable. Yes, this is Mont Blanc. Oh, the Clan Centurio. Founder of Clan Centurio. Okay. A very strict entrance examination, and apparently we pass. Well, that's good. Moogles make up their mind quickly. Very good. So with Clan Centurio, I will, as soon as I'm done chatting with him here. So, if we go into the clan primer, right there in the bottom right corner, it lists us with 1,500 points, and we're ranked as a Moppet. So, the more hunts we take on, the more enemies we kill, the better we do. Our points will increase, our rank will increase, and as that happens, we can speak to Mont Blanc and get different rewards. So, this time we've got 3 potions. Oh, so we can change license words. I didn't know that was an option. Apparently I wasn't paying attention the last time I went through this. So, currently we have no hunts. Now, some of these guys and gals in here, she will go on a hunt with you, he will go on a hunt with you, and he will go on a hunt with you. And they are all different. They're all very different, and of course their motivations are as well. So let's leave here. Alright. We can go this way. this will take us down into the bazaar, which is different than the bazaar option in the shops. So this is actually a bazaar. Oh, there will be a Moogle here later with a crystal. So you can see this is where we were before with the where Vaughn stole that guy's money. So this is the clan provisioner. He sells things specific to clan members. And it all depends on rank. So, oh look, we could actually purchase decoy if we needed to. I think right now, I'm gonna get rid of this firefly. I don't see any point in having it. Got some cactus fruit, wind stone, wolf pelts, earth stone, fire stone. Perfect. Nice. Okay, now we have the ability to buy decoy. So let's see what we can actually get. We can get a surcoat. Let's buy that. A potion pack. I tend to just buy everything because I don't know at what point it will be useful. Let's see. Everything there is everything we have equipped. Let's see here. Inventory. We're done with that. So decoy. Decoy, it does what it sounds like. Provides a decoy in battle. And I always feel the need to auto-sort my items. So there's really not a whole lot up here. It's just people you can talk to. I think this dude is a friend. Yeah, there we go. A friend of Rex. Later, once we've finished the Thextera hunt, Gatsley, I think, appears... Yeah, I think he appears about right here. Yeah, so this is his wife. So he's hanging out at the tavern. Meanwhile, they don't have any goods to make money. So... But I have to wonder, if he's hiding out at the tavern, where's he getting money for alcohol? If he's is he drinking alcohol? Probably. Probably. I mean, why would you hang out at the tavern if you're not going to drink alcohol, right? Okay. So we'll go down here into what is basically the slums. And of course the music dramatically changes. Alright. Sometimes down here... Oh no, that was just because I ran by that guy. So you can sometimes find chests down here with various items. There is an accessory in the game that when equipped to your party leader can allow you to obtain better items from chests. There we go. Okay, so let's run up here real quick, see if we can find anything extra. Now, when the game was originally released, you'd have to be really careful picking up items in Lowtown, because doing so could actually prevent you from collecting the Zodiac Spear. There were four different sets of there were 4 different chests that made a set. And if you picked up even one of those chests, later on, the Zodiac Spear would be gone. When you reached that point in the game, it would just turn into something called a Knot of Rust, which does, I don't know, like 5 damage, some really small amount of damage. So, you had to ask yourself, is it worth it? I, of course, did not know the first time I played it, so, of course, what did I do? I went and I picked up every friggin' chest. I'm not seeing any over here. If you remember where Vaughn started off before, in the sewers, it's actually down here in the storehouse. Kites can unlock the door for us. So there's really no reason to go down. Well, let's see, there might be something inside the storehouse. And there is not. Okay, so we're not going to worry about it. Let's see here. So this, you can't really get a good look, but this area down here is actually right by the bazaar, I think. Because I think steam, yeah, the steam rises up or something from here. Oh no, that's not. Oh, I don't know what that is. Is that like a windmill or something? It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. This is around the bazaar, so whoops. Let's go across the bridge. And down here. A little common area. And old Dallin's house. Aha! So this was one of the ones in the PlayStation 2 version that if you picked up, you destroyed your chance of getting the Zodiac Spear. So let's go in here and hear what old Dallin has to say.
Ah, if it isn't Von Ratsbane. Come for a tip on how to secure something bigger and in armor by the East Gate?
What? You already heard about that?
Wise I may not be, but well informed I am.
They'll get what's coming to them someday, believe me. But that's not why I'm here.
Do tell.
I want to know how to sneak into the palace. They've got to have some great stuff in there. Thought I'd partake.
Not one to mince words, are you, boy? The Empire protects all that's hers, and that means the palace and all the treasures inside.
That's why I'm gonna do it. To take back what's ours.
So, our champion of the sewers aspires to noble action. Admirable. Perhaps I can help you. Ah, now that I think on it, there was a rumor. Yes, a secret passageway into the palace walls. A door and a magic stone that opens the way.
That's it. This is exactly why I came to talk to you first, Dallin. So, where's this, magic stone?
Oh, I've had it for years, if I can remember where I've tucked it away.
Alright, so we're going to get a crescent stone from Dallin. But, of course, we're going to need what's called a sunstone to restore its abilities. Okay, so we're going to go south of Rabanastre to the Giza Plains, where they actually make sunstones. So, now, I think it goes without saying, that man is smoking a hookah. And I don't know what that rabbit thing is on his lap, but it's either... Oh, it's like a rat bit? It's like a rat with a... It's like a rat... Got a rat tail and it looks like a rabbit and it looks naked. I don't know what it is. I have no idea. Can SquareEnix please clear up what exactly that pet is, because I want to know. Ah, it looks like this chest respawned. Okay, so we got some echo herbs out of it. We'll just pop this door open and head up the stairs. So, this here is a teleport stone. So, I'm not gonna... Well, maybe I should save. I should probably save. Saving at every opportunity is typically wise. File 3. And save. And go faster. Pretty please. Okay. So we will head down here to the Giza Plains and speak to the nomads in hopes that they will provide us a sunstone. Please give me a rock. Those are the things. Those are the things I mentioned. I was saying earlier, the wolves and stuff are the easiest things to kill. No, it's actually those things because they've got like 2 HP and they're little fluffy marshmallow thingies that just die when you breathe on them, I swear. Whew, I thought that was going to be a lot harder. Okay. Pleasantly surprised. So we can chain things like wolves and hyenas, you know. We can chain snow wolves. Basically, if it's the same basic classification, we can chain it. The only catch for chaining is that you can't enter like a, you can't enter a city or anything. Come on, die! Ah! No, come back! Okay, there we go. Some environments in this game will change depending on the weather. The Giza Plains is one of those environments. When it rains, this will all kind of become swampland. So all of these little, what do you call them? All these little dips and valleys in the plains will fill with water. Flotsam, or whatever you want to call it, will rise and create bridges. You can knock down small trees to create pathways. Things like that. And all of the enemies will change, with the exception of the hyenas. They just get stronger. But we're a long way off from the plains actually changing during the rains, so the initial rainy season for the Giza Plains is actually a plot point, which happens quite a bit later. There will be several other things that happen first. Which reminds me, before those things happen, we are gonna want to do some serious leveling. He's only level 4? Okay. I really don't want to do too much grinding on these streams because it gets tedious and nobody watches gameplay for grinding. No one watches gameplay for level grinding. So let's talk to this woman. Yes, so these big rocks are dark crystals. When they light up, like that one in the distance there, when you hold a rock to it, it becomes a sunstone. Like, yeah, so they can only be made. So the kids will go around the plains, and when the crystals are lit up, they'll hold small chunks to them, and the stone will absorb the sun energy. So we're missing one of these kids. So he's carrying all of the shade stones, which become sunstones. So we have to go find this kid.
Penelo? What are you doing here?
I could ask you the same, though the answer's pretty clear. No good.
What? I'm being good.
Is that right?
It's so right.
So then you wouldn't mind if I, say, tagged along, would you?
Huh?
Oh, don't worry. Miguelo's busy with preparations for the fete up at the palace. Why, I'm free for the whole day. Well, let's get going.
Can you see how thrilled he is? Okay, so now we have 2 characters in our party. Let's see what we can No offhand items, no additional accessories. We can probably... Okay, so Penelo, now she's a blank slate, so we can choose a license board for her. Let's see here. She does, so as a Shikari, she'd get daggers and first aid. Bushi, she'd get a katana. I don't see her really using a katana, and I certainly don't see her as a black mage. So I did mention earlier with Balthier, I have him specifically as the Ulan and machinist. I also save Archer for Fran. So, because I can't see her being anything other than an archer, you know? Certainly a mage, but not a mage without archery skills. So, maces. I don't know. Penelo with a mace, this tiny girl with a mace. I don't know. Unarmed or utilizing poles. I think for right now I'm gonna go with Shikari if I decide to change that later. Fortunately, we have the clan hall. Alright, so she is now a Shikari. So let's update her license board. The thing I like about making Vaughn a foe breaker and Penelo a Shikari is they both start out as really fast characters. They're probably the fastest ones. I think I want this. So the bangle will actually do a lot of work for us that we don't want to do ourselves, which is to automatically cast Libra on enemies, as well as alert us to traps on the ground. So let's see. We should... There we go. So Penelo now has a bangle. Let's see what we can sell. Oh, we've got 2 of these. I don't see any point in having them both. Ah, here we go. So we'll just sell what little loot we have. And then maybe... So he's already got... Okay. So nobody can currently use a leather shield, which is fine. It's not a huge deal. So Penelo, I think we already have the chromed leathers and the headgear. So we should get Vaughn the leather armor set. We have plenty of potions, plenty of eye drops. So Libra, we will eventually buy that on the off chance we need it. Okay. Do we have anything else? Oh, the leather cap doesn't do her any good. It's just gonna drop her stats. So we won't worry about that. Now, let's... Nah, we're not gonna... Are we gonna save? No, we're gonna go explore first. Oh, good. So she came prepared. Oh, yay. Phoenix Downs and potions. Okay, so this is where we kind of get a loose introduction to the Gambit system. We can switch party leaders at one point. We can switch party leaders whenever we want. So with a maximum of 3 characters in the field, we can have any one of them be the leader. So if I wanted to switch to Penelo, that would be fine. So, gambits, turning gambits on, let's see, do we have, so we don't really have access to gambits on our main menu, but they are accessible to us. Like, I can have either of them attack on their own by turning these on and off. So, I'm going to leave that on.
Doesn't look like either of them have white magic right now, which is fine. A little obnoxious, but fine. So we gotta go find that Jin kid. I think the max level for enemies in this area is like level 7? 6, 7? It's not very high. So maybe we can get some good experience here. I'd like to at least collect the Sunstone before we, before noping out of, I'd like to get the Sunstone at least before I nope out of the stream here. Then we're pretty caught up and I can go and level grind before tomorrow or the weekend or whenever my next stream is gonna end up. There we, oh shit, see, that thing is fun to chase. Let's take these out first. Additionally, this is the site of one of the most obnoxious beginning quests in the game. One of the most irritating hunts. You collect it from Clan Centurio, directly from Mont Blanc. You hunt a bunch of cockatrices? Cockatrice? I don't know. I never say it out loud, so you hunt a bunch of birds. It's like a mother and her hatchlings, and oh my lord, I would be lying if I said it was easy. It's not. I die. I don't think I've ever managed to complete it without getting killed. And this is over, what, 13 years of playing this game? So, yeah, that's kind of problematic, I think. But maybe this time will be different. Maybe I won't get murdered. Maybe I'll wait. Let's take this sucker out. Ooh. Oh, I thought he went down. I was like, wow. Okay, so bye-bye. We got an Earthstone out of that. Let's head into the next zone. There are certainly enemies, as evidenced in like the Ester Sand, that are better off being left alone until later in the game. So with that dinosaur, we want wind magic before we take him on, and we certainly want to be leveled a lot higher than we are. So that's also the case here in the Giza Plains with a different type of enemy. We need specific magic in order to subdue it easily. Catch the rabbit! Catch it! Catch it! Catch it! You little turd! Oh, nice. Okay. So that guy, he's not actually an enemy. I mean, you can target him as an enemy. He's just a hunter from Ravenaster. I just don't like it when they interfere. Like, get out of my fight. I will gladly take your fight, but you get out of my fight. I know I'm a hypocrite. It's kind of awful. Let's see. There should be a chest over here. At least one? Yep, there we go. So, different, I guess, gateways lead into different areas, even within a specific environment. So here we are, we're on the Giza Plains. I believe this leads into the, I want to say the Ester Sand. So that small rest area that we were in before, we're just past that now. So before, with the banquet going on and the preparations, we couldn't actually get through. But now, we've managed to go through the Giza Plains, and we took a shortcut, I guess. Cockatrice! Depending... I don't know what this... I mean, in some cases there are specific criteria, but there will be rare, powerful enemies that look like their weaker counterparts that will show up at various points in the game. I don't tend to fight these until I have 3 party members and a lot more magic and better weapons. So if one shows up, I don't think I think the worst one in this specific area is like an onion. It's like an onion-headed thing, which isn't terrible. I'm just not sure how it's supposed to show up. I do have the guidebook for the PlayStation 2 version of the game that seems to match this pretty well with a few exceptions. But I'm not getting up right now. So I'm also thinking I'm not going to do like a completionist run for this thing, because in large part I've already done one on my own, collected the majority of the trophies for this game. Oh look, I got a spell. Let's see here. Yeah, I've collected the majority of the trophies for the game on my own over the last like 3 years, so I'm not super concerned about that. The point of this stream is largely going to be the collection of in-game espers, so any espers that appear throughout the quest line in the game and the story itself. So now we've touched another crystal. So now we could go from the Giza Plains, for instance, to Nalbina just by using a crystal. So let's go down here. I don't imagine we can buy a whole lot, but at least we'll be completing map data. Oh look, a small cutscene. Ta-da! We were here before, remember? This is where the king was murdered. We will also be returning to Nalbina in the not too distant future. And not for great reasons either. Unfortunately. That looks refreshing, as heck. So it's kind of just like a little, you know, oasis town in the middle of the desert. Let's see here. It's not a whole lot we're gonna be able to buy down here. Well, we've got a little bit of loot. I guess we can just see what is available. So of course these big pigs, I don't know what they're for aside from variety. Like, I personally prefer the Bakas. I like their design a lot better. Okay. Look, we've got a whole 1,000 gil now. We still don't have any... We still don't have the licenses to use a lot of this. A lot of what's available, so we won't bother. That guy's just emo. I can say that because I feel like that's me too. Albeit for different reasons. I saw this thing, I don't remember who said it, but I saw something fairly recently that said the difference between goths and emos is that goths hate everyone equally, whereas emos hate themselves, and I'm just like, okay, but no. I wouldn't say that as a self-described emo I necessarily hate myself. I think I hate people more than that, so maybe by that individual's logic I would classify as goth, I don't care. Whatever. No idea. Okay, let's... Ah, an alpha wolf. Okay, they're noticeably bigger than the others. believe it or not, you can actually go from being like level 1 to level 10 just by killing wolves. But oh my heck is it tedious. We'll just empty out this area, head back to the XII Plains, collect that sunstone, and then that should be good for today. So that... oh, that's not it. That's a cacti. It says cacti, but you'll hear me call it a cactuar like 100 times because I don't... it's a cactus. It's a cactus creature, and I don't care. So I'm gonna call it whatever first comes to mind. That's all. That's all. Get rid of this. Keep going. It's always about this point in the game where I get a little ahead of myself and I try to kill things that are way stronger than me, like level 13. So whereas the Ester Sand is fairly tame and the XII Plains are not bad, going into the Wester Sand right now, where everything's like level 12, level 13, I die a lot. Please kill the rabbit. Nice, good catch. So I will try really hard not to get in there, but also before we get into the palace, I want to be at a really good level. I want this whole thing to go as smoothly as possible, which on my part may mean grinding and leveling off stream. So if so, that's fine. It gives me something to do besides play Animal Crossing and try to figure out just how much I hate my island. Which, friends, if you want to see my island, please let me know. Because, frankly, I need some feedback. Okay, so we're not going to save just yet. So, but here's this kid. This is Jin. So, he got a little too close to some monsters and got chased. And so his foot hurts. Probably pulled a muscle pretty good. So he's going to give us a Shade Stone. I'm just going to narrate this instead of making you read it. It's just NPC garbage, so there's no point. We're going to go make our own Sunstone. Okay. So, those really bright crystals over there, we'll go and collect light from them, and the Shade Stone will gradually become a Sunstone. Then we'll come back and get him, take him to the village. We'll get to keep our Sunstone, and everything will be good. We'll have what we need to power the magic stone in Dallin's possession. And everything will be great. Let's do that. So this can take anywhere from 3 to 4 different stones for us to manage. So that was a pretty good chunk. That's just over 30%. That's not too bad. We'll just collect what we can here. Oh, this passage here goes to the Wester Sand. Goes to some of those enemies that I mentioned were a little too strong for us right now. More so because in this version of Final Fantasy XII, we don't have the luxury of everybody knowing the same spells and things. So we have to be that much more careful. At this point in the PlayStation 2 version, Pinello actually knew Cure. I could go in right away and teach her how to use healing magic. But, of course, because I didn't select White Mage as her classification, if she does learn it, it's going to be later on in the game. So there's a lot more thought that goes into determining who does what and when. Let's see here. Let's just take this thing out because it's going to come after us anyway. We haven't seen any traps yet. They're plentiful in dungeons and in some parts of the desert. Hate it when the camera does that, like, zooms right in on the top of Vaughn's head. There's that. Collect some of these. Let's take out this wolf, and we'll take out this big guy as well. Maybe it could just be me. It's more than likely just me. I don't really see a huge problem with the Gambit system. I guess a lot of people had problems with it when it released. And I guess I can see why. But in comparison to the turn-based system, I prefer it. Not a huge fan of turn-based combat. I think there's a lot of issues with that. It doesn't really allow you to showcase each character's strengths. So, Final Fantasy VII, for instance, the remaster, which I downloaded from the PlayStation Store, with every character, you know, being stuck in turn-based combat all the time, there's really, aside from like their limit breaks, there's really no showcasing their unique talents and abilities. This I like a lot better. I also like 15's combat system. Don't really know why that was a problem. I think a large part of most games is a lot of button mashing. I mean, look at Skyrim. Yes, you could use different weapons and therefore have different button combinations, but depending on what you chose, it was still largely the same. Archery is like the same 3-button combination. Sword fighting, one-handed weaponry, same thing, you know. I don't know. I think people just want something to complain about more often than not. But, okay. You do you. Let's see here. So we're about 61%. I think this is going to take a 4th stone. I don't think we're gonna get. I don't think we're gonna get 39% out of a single stone here. Might as well just kill this. It's right here. Penelo, go, go, go! Penelo is very much a mom friend, and I love her. I don't think that there's really a player character in this game that I don't appreciate. If I had to say I have a least favorite, it's gonna be Ash. I don't think there's a whole lot of development for her. I think most of her character development happens both before the game and, well, I just spoiled it, so I just spoiled it. But it's fine. I mean, this game's been out for 13 years. If people don't know that Princess Ash is a playable character, well then oops, I guess. But yeah, she's a playable character. I don't think a lot of development happened until, quite frankly, after the story events of the game, so. Yeah, one thing that never made sense to me, and still does not, is the sequel to Final Fantasy XII, which is Revenant Wings. It's exclusively playable on the Nintendo 3DS, and I continue to ask myself, why? Why not PSP, or why, so you could port it to like Vita or something? I don't understand. So, I have it, and it's a great game, but why is it on the Nintendo? Did I say 3DS? I meant to say DS. Why is it on the Nintendo DS? What sense does that make? I would have preferred they make it into a flippin' mobile game before they do the Nintendo DS, but what are you gonna do? Oh, we did get 39% out of that, wow! Okay, so let's take this to Jin. Oh, it just automatically takes us to Jin. Perfect. Okay, so we've got a sunstone now. So now he's just kind of explaining, well, a bunch of us decided to do a big stupid dare, and we got in trouble. Kind of pissed off some monsters, and now my leg's all better, so let's go. So, okay. Look, he's so little. These little muffins on the plains decided, let's play chicken with the giant monsters. Probably not the brightest idea, but what are you gonna do? Kids don't always make the best choices. I think a lot of us know that from experience. Okay, so now we've received our reward. Jin also gave us a sunstone. I will not be going back to Rabanastre right away, because as soon as you go to Rabanastre and go to see Dallin, you lose Penelo. And we want to keep Penelo for as long as we can right now. So, as long as we don't go and try to see old Dallin, we can still travel with her for a bit. So let's sell all of this. So, like I said, I'm not going to make anybody sit through a bunch of pointless grinding. That's completely... Why would I do that? So, that's not going to happen. Instead, I think that here... Oh, that is Jin. Okay, so here we're just gonna call it... I'm not gonna go through and do, like, the Thextera hunt or anything. I'll save that for the next time. The Thextera hunt is out in the Dalmasca Wester Sand. Oh, here's that Sky Pirate's Den I was telling you about. So for each, you know, little accomplishment, you get a figure in the Sky Pirate's Den and a trophy for the game. So, so we'll save the Thextera hunt for the next time. It's going to be out here. Well, I guess I don't have a map of the Dalmasca Wester Sand right now, but it will be out in like that very first zone. So I'm not sure. There is a DLC for the newest Pokemon games coming out tomorrow. I think I'm going to dedicate tomorrow to playing that. So that would place my next stream at, I believe, Sunday. Depends on, I don't know, it depends on how well I think the DLC is. If it's, I pre-ordered it, so if it's kind of trashy, I'm just gonna say forget it, and then play this instead. So, this has been part 1 of Final Fantasy XII, the Zodiac Age. Thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Please ask questions if you have them. I will be getting on YouTube to try and edit some of those previous videos. In particular, the Final Fantasy VII Remake videos, and of course this one, because of those blank spaces where you just have the blue screen and the audio. I'll try to slap something up there so it's not just completely boring and stupid. So thank you for watching. I will see you next time. Be good to each other. Wash your hands. Seriously, keep washing your hands because coronavirus is still spreading. Just wash your hands. Wear a mask, please. Wash your hands. Wear a mask. Be a responsible adult, I guess. Please. That would be super helpful. If you are not a responsible adult, practice being a responsible adult. Doesn't mean you have to do all the adult things, like pay bills or whatever, but still, wash your hands, take responsibility for yourself, things like that.
pet your pets, be the good you wish to see in the world, and I will be back with part 2 of Final Fantasy XII Zodiac Age. I need to get used to saying that. I keep wanting to say 7. Alright. Thank you for watching. Noir out. Bye.